Aziz, Shalom, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. All right, well, you know what? I have to show you this because, I am, there's no bashfulness in this. I am a believer of the afterlife. I'm a believer of God. I'm a believer of the soul. I've had my own experience to show me that there's more to this than physical life, and I leave it there. These are my convictions. It doesn't mean that I believe I'm a righteous man, and I damn sure tell you I've sinned. I'm a sinner. All right, I've lied. I've done my dirt. All right, so um, just know that I'm coming at this as humbly as I can, and unfortunately, I feel to some degree, and this is not a sob story, and nor am I victimizing myself, but I should be sitting here with a whole lot of people. Well, not a whole. I should be sitting here with friends, telling my friends this, and unfortunately, my weird situations have left me with no friends like that, and it's okay because it may sound cliche, but I'm never lonely. You know, sure, I'd love to have a girlfriend, but I'm not lonely. Um, I realize these things that are luxuries, they're just that. They're luxuries, and if you don't have a certain thing, you ain't got it. You may not need it, and that's the way I'm living. Um, I just try to, as much as possible. Don't It doesn't mean I don't fail, but I do fail. I fail a lot. One of my big failures actually was getting involved with child support, not knowing what I was signing. Again, don't sign the papers. Don't sign them. I don't know how I did that, but I did it, and now they just today took my little $47 in my bank account. Thank God I took out the money today, but that's how it works. But anyway, check this out. This is how I believe God, Allah, whatever you want to call it, the uncomprehendable, that made us, talks to us. Um, and this is honest and true. I turned on my computer today, and um, mhm, very interesting. This picture came up, and what's funny is that I had a dream today. Literally, I had a dream this morning, and mind you, I've been on a fast not because I wanted to be, but because I had no money, and that's another story by itself. I had to fast because I had no money, and even though I'm working, I just started working again. Um, it just so happened right before I started working, all the money disappeared and done. I couldn't smoke. I couldn't. Anyway, it was a very unusual fast. Um, Not unusual, but it happened. And anyway, I don't know. Maybe that's the. I don't know. I don't know. All I know, I had a dream today that Buju Banton was in my dream. And what's funny is that I'm not starstruck really. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love to see Capleton walking down the street, and I would love to sit down and smoke with the man and talk. But I mean, honestly, I'd like to sit down with anybody and talk. And hey, if you want to smoke, you want to drink, do whatever you got to do to get relaxed. But let's talk. Um, Check out the alien. It almost looks like an alien right here. If I look at that, see that? See, I like or some type of reptilian. Anyway, not saying that it is. I just saw that this is the part of the Jamaican flag logo out of many. I mean, this is combined with, I think with scripture, and I don't know if Silas and the eye is originally there, but I know this logo right here is of Jamaica, um, of many one people out of many. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, at the bottom says, see it. Yeah. Anyway, um, in the dream, Buju Banton for some reason was angry at me, and he was so angry that he hit me, and it knocked me out. And that's what's crazy about it, is that I felt knocked out in the dream. But just as I woke up after being knocked out, somebody else had knocked the shit out of Bujubantan, and he was lying there. He looked like he was dead to me, or well, I mean not dead, but just he got knocked out. I just saw it as I came out of me being knocked out. And what's funny is that the dream went on, and I was really good friends with the people there. I didn't know anybody there. Even now that I talk, the only one I could have recognized was Bujubantan, and that was during a fight, and that was like at the beginning of the dream. There was more to it at the beginning of before that, but all I remember at that point, he knocked me out, and I just woke up to see him get knocked out, and then it just the dream just went on into me just hanging around with the people there, and it seemingly I didn't feel ill about it. It was a good place. It was a nice place, very modern, a place I've never ever seen before. It seemed to be in the future. I was at one point, the only thing I can really remember, I guess because I was, even in the dream, I was amazed with it, because I had to stop and look at it, but it was a part of the bathroom where the tub was a half a tub somehow. I mean, it's not somehow. They just made it look like, even though there was glass there to stop the water from coming out, but they, you know what? I can't explain that. They just made it look like a half tub, so it looked like you were like, I can't explain it, like halfway in, half. You know what? I can't even explain that. Anyway, leave that alone. Point is, fine, I had that dream, and then all day at work I thought of this Kobe Mamba snake thing, and just all these ideas start coming up. And so even now when I got home, I just decided to turn all this stuff on, and this picture came up. See, it's on my computer, my laptop, and I allow you know, it comes up randomly. I don't have one picture on there. It's just random pictures come up. And I have thousands and thousands of pictures, and so you never know what picture's going to come up. Sometimes what's funny is that this computer will pick the same picture over and over again. But anyway, what I'm trying to say here is that I'm trying to just skip forward. I know I ramble on sometimes. I got to stop doing that. Is that dream just seemed to wake something up in a weird way. Yeah, as the only way I could put it, because I was just jumpy today. I was edgy to get home and get into this Kobe Mamba snake thing. And then something said, turn on your computer, and I did, and I didn't give it a second thought until I looked at it again, and I thought, okay, wait a minute. Maybe I should start off the video with this in it, and then it turned into something else. So what's funny is that I got two pictures here that I've just been meaning to put in the folders. You see it there? That one and that one, right? Now, them pictures have been sitting there for a good, well, maybe about 3-4 weeks now, maybe about a month now. Those pictures have been sitting there, and all I can do is just drag it over here and put it in, right? That's all, no problem. But I just been too lazy, so it's just been sitting there on my screen. So any picture that comes up, you'll see these two all the time, right? You guys understand. So what's funny is that I when looking at this, saying I'm going to start off the Kobe Bryant video with this, I said, nah, I don't think I want to use this picture. You know, it's going to seem too Masonic maybe to some people, whatever, and I may not get, you know, I didn't want to get into it. But then what's funny, I said, let me see if I could find another picture, and obviously there was a picture right there that I just remembered I took about a week ago when the sun was shining on the cross of the lion. See, I'll point it on for you. So this picture I took about 3 weeks ago. No, not 3 weeks ago. Somewhere in between the time that I put it on this screen, whenever I put this on the screen, it was, I guess, maybe it was about a month ago now, I guess. I put this picture up. I mean, I took a picture of this, of the cross that I was telling you guys about a few videos back. about the cross, the face. The cross is actually a lion. If you don't know that, you just gotta go back and check it out. But this cross is actually a lion's face, and its mouth is open. You may not be able to see it because it's really dark, but I'm not gonna do any adjustments because that's, defeats the purpose. So it just so happened that picture is there, right? And I thought, whoa, I'm looking for something else to put on the screen, and this would be perfect, I think. I mean, look at that. It looks nice, right? I should really start the video off like that, but wait, too late. So, all right, fine. And then I said, well, let me check out the other picture. Let me see what that says. So I closed it. And again, this may be silly to some, and if it's silly, fine. But who's going to hear? Well, they'll hear. Or, see will see what I'm getting at. Right? All right, so I closed it, thinking I'm going to try the other picture. And I knew what it was. It was a span. It was one of the wide panoramic scans of the job I used to work at. I think on Brooklyn Bridge. Oh, yeah. It was this one it just shook me. It shook me, and I gotta watch my mouth. I can't curse. I gotta stop cursing. It's not good. Anyway, because even now, looking at it through my phone, I still didn't even realize until now what I was looking at. And I don't believe in coincidences, not by chance. So this is to me, again, if I'm making too much out of it, then I'm making too much out of it. No problem. But if I'm not, it means what it means to those who understand what it means. So understand that the top picture that you're looking at is a panoramic view of Brooklyn, of Brooklyn right here. See that? That's Brooklyn, right? And then you're on the Brooklyn Bridge, and it takes a panoramic view, and you see Manhattan. See the tower there. See that? So again, this is a picture on top of the computer screen. See, I'm gonna close it again. Work on my left hand. Right? And so essentially that picture is there. Right? And it says Sila. Those who know what that means, you know what it means. Those who don't, just do your homework. That's all you gotta do. It's simple. So you see what you're looking at, right? And so I decided to click on this other picture to possibly see if I want to use this picture for the opening screen. And so I clicked on it. See, again, just because of its position in a thumbnail on the screen, it comes up like this. And I happen to put it right in the place, perfectly almost. Actually, I can almost say it's perfect. If you understand what you're looking at, you see New York City on the top. You see again, this is attributed to Jamaica, but maybe someone else uses it. But it says, "Out of many, one people." Take this message as you want it. I don't know what it means. I think I kind of do, but I'm not gonna share. That's too Hitlerish to some people. So what you're looking at here is see the triangle, the cross, where the eye is. If right behind this picture there was an eye there, shining. Instead, now you got this sun, and you see its reflection on the water, leading down to this picture. Yeah, and even strangely enough, if you look over this way, it looks like it's almost an eyebrow and a half an eye. I took this picture years ago. I didn't like it because it didn't turn out right. But now all of a sudden I'm liking. Obviously, I'm a hypocrite. I'm liking it again. It almost looks like the Eye of Ra. See that? So I don't know. I had to share that because of the Buju Banton and a whole bunch of other stuff, but it makes no sense to try to share all that. Anyway, I'm gonna get to part two.